are listening to Look Who's Talking. I am Cameron Minter. I am your co-host and the wonderful, marvelous Jessica Coffey is our host. What's going on, Jessica?
Hey, Cam. How are you doing?
Nothing much. Just living life and living law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm doing me.
Do you, boo?
I know that's right. What's been going on with you?
Listen, not much. What happened? I've been in the office stuck writing grants, so I haven't seen
Lord, that is
daylight.
worse.
And I got to get out the office today to come here, and the sun is shining.
Make a day of it.
I'm trying to.
I know.
I'm trying to. What else has been up?
Girl, I just came back. I was out yesterday. I had some death in the family, but it's a shame that we come together as family for death.
Yeah.
Just to remember how good family is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was what I was experiencing, and just getting this. I've got a very large family that I don't know.
Oh, really?
That I don't know.
Oh,
I
wow.
met a girl who is my cousin.
Oh.
And I didn't even know it.
Wow.
So yeah.
What y'all
I
eat?
got to do better. We just went to Cheddar's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was.
It
was
because
good.
when you get together with family, you
Oh
always
yeah, you
have
gotta
food.
eat. You got to eat.
And usually on the menu is fried chicken, macaroni,
chicken.
green beans.
Come on. You said green beans. Well, yeah.
Well,
if you're special, if you're real special, you get greens.
yeah.
But
See,
everybody get the.
But see, I know someone always has this person in the family, and this person is my mama. So
you gonna talk about your parents again? I'm gonna tell them to listen to the show. I'm sure gonna do it.
Because when she cooked, we go to the same churches, our family members, and she'll be like, "Don't tell your auntie I cooked some greens. Don't tell her I cooked some chitlins, because I don't want to share."
Right.
So what do I do when we leave church? Aunt Jasmine, my mama cooked some chitlins.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, I'm coming over. My mama would be so mad at me.
I know it, right?
How you not going to want to share your greens?
Right. So they must be really good.
It took me forever to pick them and clean them and cook them.
Nobody helped her.
I ain't sharing them.
That's right. Nobody helped her. They knew what she was doing.
Yeah, and they came over and ate some too.
You wrong.
I know.
You wrong. That's why they just tolerate you on the first and 15.
And that's why her discipline of choice, I got a lot of that. Every day I didn't miss a day.
I know that's right.
I
know that's right.
What else has been happening? What's happening what have you been looking at on the news, TV? What's up?
I've been really busy here lately, so I haven't been up, but I have started watching this show called All Rise, and I finished Station 19. So,
oh, okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say, have you not been up on the Drake and Kendrick
Oh
Lamar?
God, yeah, I don't want to. Nah, but you know what? I'm showing my age. I'm an old man, so I'm not really understanding the rap. You know what I'm saying? And to try to follow, I would love to follow a beef, but I'm not really understanding what you're talking about. So you're just saying words to me, but yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it's all really a publicity ploy because
I think so too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very timely, and you make albums every 3 years, but all of a sudden you're making them daily. Come on, you're making records daily.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wish we
who's winning now, in your opinion?
Oh, Kendrick.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, he's a lyricist.
Has Drake dropped another? It's been 24 hours.
I don't know.
You're not really keeping up with it.
So I was keeping up with it, and then it's just lasted so long.
Right.
That I'm
Lost
like,
interest.
oh, well, I don't have to hear anything to know you have a lyricist, and then you have almost like, for me, Drake is more like a pop rapper. He's everyone loves him. He's famous and all of that. But the lyrics, you can't touch Kendrick Lamar.
They're not there. They're
not. I wish we'll have a battle between literacy and science, or
it.
literacy and math. Like
pop.
Who knows? MC equals.
Right,
you know?
right. Okay. So I think it's time for a coffee break.
So for today's coffee break, what I want to share with you is consistency is more important than perfection. A lot of times we go for being perfect, and that's not necessarily the key to getting to the next level. Right. How about you be consistent? I think about that, Cam, when it comes to like losing weight. Most people want to lose weight in a week. But it's all about the consistency. If you continue to be consistent in your eating or your exercising or whatever the case may be, maybe you want to learn how to read better. Well, the key to that is being consistent in reading, period. Right. You know, so.
That's awesome because that consistency is the thing that teaches, you know. I remember when the kids were young and my wife would go, I'm taking out all the toys and I'm doing all this stuff, and then the next day they be back, right?
Right.
And I said, but if you say that, you got to follow through.
Yeah,
and be consistent with it.
And even the quote of practice makes perfect. Yeah. Practice doesn't necessarily make perfect, but it can make you better because practice is meaning you're being consistent.
That's right. Perfect is a goal that, in my opinion, is reserved for God. So we can always strive to be better, but perfect is off the table.
Well, and when I do performance evaluations,
you looking for
and
perfect.
people be like, I'm very good. Well, are you saying there's no room for improvement?
Right. We can improve on here. All right. Who's on the show? What are we talking about today?
Well,
I think our show today, there's a long title, but we're going to give a short title. How to get the most out of your Head Start program. Come on now. Sounds like a winner right there.
How to get the most out of your Head Start program.
All right, who we got?
We are sitting today with one of our site directors, the site director of the Prep Academy at South Lexington, and her name is Traci Norwood.
Welcome
Traci.
to the show, Traci.
So, I know this is radio or not radio, but internet. Whatever. TV world, I don't know. Yeah. The very location that our studio is in is the same location that Traci is the site director for.
Absolutely.
So, Traci, tell us a little bit about you and your role in Head Start.
So, with my position, I've been here since 2017. I've been the site director ever since I've got here, and I love it. Each day is different. There's different people I'm going to see, different challenges, and different ways that I can help the families. So I'm here basically managing the HOPE program at South Lexington. And like I said, it's just a joy.
So you said no day is the same.
No.
But take us on one of your days. What does your day look like when you walk in the door?
Well, my day actually starts before I walk in the door. It starts usually about 5 a.m. I'm doing day-to-day operations and the schedule for the day, making sure all of my staff knows where they need to be.
I thought you was going to say it starts at 5 a.m. when people call in.
That too sometimes.
Whoa. What?
Sometimes I'm like, nope, I'm going to put my phone to the side. But yeah, it starts then. Just making sure that we're ready for when the parents come in with their kids. I'm trying to make sure all my staffing are where they need to be. Everybody has, their meals, their supplies for the classrooms. We're ready for the day. Lesson plans and items are in place. And that's just at the start. And then we're greeting parents in the morning, making sure all the kids are in the right place and safe and everything. And we're going through the day. You never know what might come up, what fires we might have to put out. But yeah.
So tell our viewers, you are a parent of two boys who are... Three boys. But two of them are under the age of 6. So what would you tell parents to look for in a Head Start location or a child development center?
So the first thing I would look for is safety. I always tell like my staff and also the parents that you are entrusting your most prized possession to us every day. So we want to make sure that your kids are safe. So you want an environment that's going to be safe. That's the building, the classroom, the people that are keeping your kids safe. Also, definitely a curriculum that is going to allow your child to develop and reach their next developmental milestones. And that's one thing that I really love about our program. We're very focused on meeting each child where they individually stand and helping them to reach their next goal.
Do you have parents say, curriculum? I thought y'all was just watching my kid.
Yeah, I don't like that daycare word because, you know, we're not daycare.
We're not.
And I'm quick to be like, nope, school. We're school readiness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So what would you tell a parent? We understand, okay, 3 to 5, they get curriculum, yes. But what about 0 to 3?
I always explain our program as a building blocks. Everything is building blocks to ensure not only your child, but your whole family is ready for kindergarten success. So there are developmental milestones from as early as when they are born that we're trying to help them meet.
Right.
And like I said, it's individualized. So one child may not be where the other child stands. We're setting goals specifically for each child. And we want the parents to let us know, what are you working on at home? Because we're a partnership.
Right.
And we want to make sure that we're all working together for that child.
Now, you've been here since 2017, so you've seen a lot, right? So you used to be in another location. Now you are the site director of the largest child development center that we have. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about that transition.
So the transition was a fun one. We went from across the street. No, it wasn't really bad. Basically, you know, we have a great team. You know, there's always a lot of people behind the scene that are always like helping us to get things ready and moved and, you know, make sure licensing and everything is in place. So it was a pretty smooth transition for us, honestly. We've had parents that went from across the street to across over here with us. So honestly, it's been pretty smooth, pretty great.
Yeah. So what about your staffing? You see an increase in staff? Or?
Yes.
And children, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So right now I have a staff of over 30 plus people. We also have a lot of specialists in the building as well. So there's a lot of people that I'm responsible for every day.
Right.
So, you know, we want to make sure that not only the kids are safe, but, you know, I'm covering my staff too. I want to make sure that this is a place that they enjoy coming. I never want this to be a burden for anybody. I want them to enjoy what they do, working with the kids and the families. And like I said, I want to be here to support my staff.
Absolutely. That's powerful. So yeah, I that was a big change. And for those who don't know, the building that she's in used to be National Academy, and there was a lot of changes, a lot of staff, a lot of kids, and I was just like, oh my goodness, because I was here first. Let me say that the studio was here first. We was down here by ourselves.
Oh, it wasn't it?
Yeah, we was down here by ourselves. And
yeah.
Stacy said, "I hope you enjoy that because the kids are coming."
They are, yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's been a minute. So
yeah, and I think we did the transition right in the middle of COVID too.
Yes,
yes.
Absolutely.
So you've seen Head Start before COVID, during COVID, and after. What are some of the changes that you have noticed, whether about the children, whether about the family, staff?
One thing I would definitely say about the kids, you know, they say that phrase, COVID children, because those children that were born during that time, they were at home. They were at home with their parents, and then they come here and they really haven't had a whole lot of socialization opportunities. So when they get here, and I always tell parents, sometimes it may be harder on you than it is for your child, especially on that first day. The second day, it's reality. But you know, really, I've seen that's the biggest challenge, because they have been with their moms, they've been with their dads at home or their siblings, but not around other kids that are their age. Yeah. So when they come in, it's a struggle, I will say, for them. But, you know, our staff is really amazing at making sure that they are comfortable, that they know that this is a safe spot for them. And I also tell parents, you know what, call as much as you want, because like I said, you're entrusting your child to us. I want you to feel comfortable as well.
So if I was a new parent or a parent that this was my first time wanting their child to be in a child development center, and I come to you, what does that process look like? Will I get to see the building? Like, take me through the process.
Yes, of course. So you can always schedule a tour with us. So the tour, you're going to be able to see the classrooms. In our center, we have a lot of windows that you can look into the classroom. So we don't want to interrupt instruction time, but you're always going to be able to see the classrooms to see the environment that your child's going to be in. So immediately, we can usually schedule either same day or schedule an appointment for you with our pathway specialist. They're going to walk you through that process for enrollment. You're going to fill out applications. You're going to turn in health documentation. And then, we have a couple things we have to do. And then you're going to get to meet with me. And we're going to do orientation. And I'm going to be able to answer some of those hot burning questions you may have.
Yeah.
Just about our program, the education parts, about our teachers. Because like I said, some of these parents have never had their kids anywhere. So I'm there to answer any questions that you may have to make you feel comfortable about leaving your children with us.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get some tips from Traci on what you should expect and how you can get the best out of our Head Start program. You're listening to Look Who's Talking.
This past year has highlighted the strength of Community Action Council. Every day, our staff works together to help families recover from this crisis. We're educating children at home and in person, helping parents who lost their jobs, and helping households avoid eviction. Our work at Community Action Council has never been more important than it is right now. So why not join us? We have employment opportunities requiring a range of skills from entry level to advanced. Apply online at commaction.org.
Community Action Council's Head Start programs are now enrolling for the 24-25 school year in 15 counties, including Lexington. Head Start offers high-quality early childhood education for qualifying families with children between the ages of 6 weeks and 5 years old. Spaces are limited and filling up quickly. So, to help ensure your child receives the Head Start Advantage this year, start your application today by calling 859-233-4600 or go online at commaction.org. That's commaction.org.
Community Action Council operates the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Crisis Program during the coldest winter months to help qualifying households with a home heating emergency. Some examples are a utility disconnect notice or having an eviction notice if utilities are included in monthly rent. LIHEAP crisis appointments are available now on a first-come, first-served basis. Funding is intended to cover the minimum needed to resolve the heating crisis and cannot exceed $400 for gas or electricity. Qualifying households can reapply during the program period as long as funding is available until they reach the $400 maximum benefit. A full list of eligibility criteria, along with a convenient way to schedule an appointment, is available on our website, commaction.org, by clicking the Utility Assistance Scheduler button or by calling 859-300-6960.
And you are listening to Look Who's Talking. And we are here with Traci Norwood, who is the site director at one of our Head Start locations, the Prep Academy at South Lexington. Hey, Traci.
Hey.
So before the break, you were just talking about, if a new parent was coming in and, taking a tour and what they would get. And you mentioned they would do an orientation with you.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit about that. That's a time for the parents to be able to ask questions. But what is your expectation of the parents who, enroll their children into your program?
So one of the first things I always tell parents is our program is school readiness. So like I said, we're not only preparing your child, we're preparing your whole family. Mm-hmm. So I start talking to them about our drop-off times and cutoffs, because when you go to Fayette County, you can't just drop off anytime. So we do have cutoff times, and we do set that expectation because, like I said, we want to prepare you and your child. Also, we talk about family engagement events. So we host family engagement events every month, and we want our parents to be involved. We want them to come out to our events and, really engage with us. So we ask that our parents at least come to one activity per month. We had one today, Muffins with Mom. We got, Princess Storytime coming up. So we have things for them to be involved. And we love volunteers in the classroom. So that's one thing. We give them opportunities that they can come in our program and help as well.
Got you. What are some of the other, I know that you have different family engagement events, and you've had some that incorporated fathers as well. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Yeah, so we have a monthly fatherhood group. It's called Chop It Up. So basically it is a space just for fathers or father figures to really come and they have breakfast, they meet, and they have a topic of the month.
Yeah. And
we have a guest facilitator that comes in to facilitate conversations. But in talking to my husband, I really learned that men don't have a space. Society looks at them and, they're supposed to protect and provide, and they have a lot on their shoulders. But when do they ever really have an opportunity to just sit down with like-minded individuals and just talk and just really learn from one another, grow, really talk about the challenges that they're facing, and in order to learn how to improve and grow. Right. So that's a space that we have here for our fathers.
And that's one of the things that I absolutely love, because our own Cameron is a part of that. So the great thing that I've been seeing these last couple of months is, the men that work in our program, they want to be involved with the children, and they want to be involved with the development. And when I say with the children, that might not mean one-on-one with the children, but that might mean with their fathers, which directly affects the child. So I love that. That's under other duties as assigned.
Exactly. And I love it too. Traci asked if I would be like the host facilitator here, and I was kind of reluctant at first, but it's something that I look forward to every month, because like she said, there's not that space, and we are building that space, making men feel comfortable in talking. I mean, we've got a lot to say, but we got to make sure the environment is okay for us to do that. And our Head Start director let me go on a fatherhood conference.
Well, isn't she so nice?
She is, isn't she? And I met some wonderful other men that are doing the same things that we're trying to implement here, and it's just been powerful. But yeah, kudos. That's one of those. That's a wonderful program that we're doing here. So
I think it's great.
I do too. So I don't know. We're just doing so many different things. What do you think, though? Now, I do remember once we talked about attendance and how attendance is more important for our little ones. What is going on with attendance? Tell me about attendance.
So if you're not here, you're not able to get those socializations. You're not able to work with your peers. You're not able to work on your goals as well. And like I said, we're preparing you for kindergarten. In kindergarten, they expect you to be present every day. You don't want to be truant. So we are instilling those values now. We want to see you here every single day, and that's what I lead with during orientation. Yep. So we want to see you here every day, 100% of the time.
But Traci, they just kids. They just don't know nothing. They just coming around playing.
And they are playing. But you know what? With our program, it's great because they're learning through play.
That's right. That's right.
Learning and having conversations. If you go in one of our classrooms, I promise you I have the most magical, imaginative conversations with the kids. And that's ways for them to learn. And learn new vocabulary. And it's all about imagination too. It's kind of like they lead their learning. It reminds me of Montessori in a way, because it's not strict to the point where sit down, this is what we're learning today, and
Chapter
it goes 3. right. It's not like that. It's more like you do learn through play. And our teachers don't just let them play and sit back and watch. They're interacting with them. So you might see teachers in the, housekeeping, and the child is the mom, and the child is able to tell the teacher, this is what I want you to do. So
I love the transformation, because the things that the kids are being taught, the parents aren't really expecting. And then when they come home, and one of our guests said, what's photosynthesis? And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
These type of things that they're actually learning, how to pour milk in a cup, how to eat. You know, these are things that they are learning to be not self-sufficient, but, you know, trying to help them gain some skills. You know what I'm saying?
And also to develop their independence.
Right.
So, you know me. I've been like this since I was small. But it's because my parents allowed me to, like, really go through my imagination. Really, I think it's because my sister wouldn't play with me, but that's another topic for another day. But just allowing children the creativity, even if, say, we've talked about them pouring their milk. A spill is a learning opportunity.
It is.
You know? So.
It is. Now, Jessica, just, you know, we're getting to the end of the show, and I know you want to change the placement of your Head Start highlight word of the day.
So, the highlight word of the day is
preparation.
Preparation.
You heard it here first. Preparation is the Head Start highlight word of the day.
Yes.
You know what to do with it. Let's get back to Traci.
So, Traci, let's talk about preparation. How can a parent prepare themselves, their child, for this next journey of preschool, child development? You know, if they're thinking about, man, I really want to get my child in a program, what is the preparation process that they might need to think about?
They really need to start collecting those health documents. That's going to be key because we have to have, you know, everything to be able to enroll them. I would also start having those conversations because you never want to just take your child somewhere and just drop them off. So I think conversations is key, that communication, letting them know that, hey, you know, we're going to start going to school soon. And those tours are really important because those kids are able to see the place that they're going to be coming every day. So I think that's really important.
So if someone was like, why do I need to bring all these health documents?
Bruh.
What? I mean, because I feel like those are questions that we get.
Absolutely.
Like, why?
Right.
Well, some things are required for us for licensing, such as immunization records. That's a licensing requirement for us. Things like their health, their physical, that's super important because sometimes it lists information like allergies and things like that. We need to know that because, like I said, we want to make sure that the kids are safe. And we have to know what foods that we're providing them with. And it also lists things if they need like speech or anything like that, that's probably listed on there as well.
That's related to their development.
Yes.
And I think that's important to highlight that, you know, your child isn't just coming into a Head Start program and not, you know, we do assess those things so that if there's any early intervention that needs to happen, then we make sure that we set the parent up with those interventions.
One of the things that I love is that, and I don't know the process, so I'm shifting it over here. One of y'all answer this about identifying learning disabilities, or you know, I don't want to use the incorrect word. That is something that we do.
Yes.
How do we do that and why?
So within 45 days of the child being in the program, we're going to complete a few different screenings. So we do the ages and stages screening, and we also do the brigade screening. We look at those to see if the child passes or not. If they do not, we're going to rescreen them. If they do not pass again, we're going to do some type of referral, whether that be to Fayette County or First Steps. And we're going to be here to walk through the parent with them the whole way to help them to answer any questions that they may have, and to help their child get the early intervention that they really need.
That's awesome. And I know it's got to be difficult because we all believe that our child is, and we all know, let me say it right, we all know that our child is wonderful. And we do not necessarily want to hear that there's something that they need. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate the program actually doing that, trying to help identify things that are going to hinder their learning in the future, and just be able to find it 0 to 5 is an amazing. I'm amazed at people who go through their whole life that are dyslexic and never knew it, never been diagnosed.
Yeah. And even, you know, let's talk about social emotional.
Yeah.
You know, whether you say mental health or whether you say social emotional, finding ways to be able to cope in situations where you might find yourself angry, or say if you have a child who's the only child at home.
Like you?
I actually have had a sister.
Oh.
A sister.
Oh.
However,
Like
however, I just act like one.
Exactly.
Just trying to, you know, find those ways. We even have what we call conscious discipline for parents. Finding ways, because you might have 2 kids, but one way of disciplining is not the way for both of them.
Right.
So we even take that time with our families and with our parents to just, one, get to know your children, get to know the differences in them, get to know how do they affect you? How do they affect how you interact with them? That's really, really important, because we want to make sure we are cultivating an environment where the child feels safe, the parent feels safe, and they feel like they are a part of their child's development.
Mm-hmm. So we've been talking about this wonderful program, and I just wonder, is it open? I mean, what's going on with the program now?
We are always accepting applications.
All right.
Always.
You can apply for the Head Start program and find out why
apply
your
today,
child,
hurry up.
Why
Lots
your
of
child
filling
needs
up
a
fast.
Head Start. Your child needs a Head Start. Traci, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You've done a great job. Is there any parting words you'd like to say?
We're accepting applications. Oh, my center is the best.
Uh-oh. Y'all heard it here. Say it again. Let me cut it down. Say it again.
Oh, my center is the best.
Oh, shots fired. I wish I had some gun. Boom, 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 boom. All right, you have been listening to Look Who's Talking. Tell your friends. Share the show. We'll see you when we see you.